Hello, YouTube. I hope you can hear me. This is gonna be my first video being made this way because I bought a very cheap, what do you call it? I bought a very cheap thing to hold my cell phone, cell phone mount. I'm here to talk to you about Rosa Parks. Please skip to the second minute of this video. That's when my video actually starts. The first 2 minutes, I'm just wasting your time because YouTube wants me to. This video will be exactly, I think, about 6 or 7 minutes. My whole life, I thought that Rosa Parks was just a woman who sat down on the bus and didn't want to get off her seat or whatever. I didn't know the details. I never knew what the details were, actually. I thought she purposely sat down in the front. This was during the time that the United States was like, they had some kind of law where I had to be in the back of the bus. And someone, not lighter, because I found out that lighter people had to be in the back too. Everything was considered colored. You could have been Mexican. You're still colored. Majority of Mexicans are Native American and white or European mixed. So, you know, when European or white people see them, they're like, you're still brown people or whatever. So they were also considered colored people, and they also had to sit in the back. Video starts in 15 seconds. There were many people before Rosa Parks that didn't get off their seat, give their seat up to a white person, but this video is about Rosa Parks. So here it goes. Rosa Parks was born in the United States. She was a black woman, or, person of color, I guess you can call it. Also, she lived a normal life, It was segregated laws, or whatever you want to call it. So, black people had to be on one side, white people on the other side for everything they do. Food, court, restaurants, eating, school, whatever. I don't know. I wasn't there back then, but I'm just saying that's how it was. It was a whites only place, or colored this side, that side. So Rosa Parks, she was just going to work. This happened December 1st, 1955. I actually remember when this happened. This happened on December 1st, 1955. And it was just, it was a daily routine for everybody. You get up, you go to work, whatever. You sit in the back of the bus if you're black. If a white person wants to sit in the back for whatever reason, the front seats are full, or they just feel like sitting in the back, you have to give up your seat to them, to that white person. So, Rosa Parks always did that. She always did her thing, sit in the back, give up her seat, whatever, like everybody else does, And one day, I guess there was someone who needed a seat, and Rosa Parks was sitting down in the back, and all the white seats in the front were filled. So a white person went to the back of the bus, and they saw Rosa Parks' seat, and they said, "Hey, you gotta bounce. It's my seat now." And she was like, "Oh, hell no." Now, these aren't the exact words, of course, because I can't speak 1955 language or American, I don't even speak with an American accent, by the way, For those of you who are deaf, I'm not, so, back to the story. She was like, so the person was like, "Ma'am, you need to get off your seat so I can sit down." I think it was a woman talking to her. And Rosa Parks said, "No, I'm sitting my black ass right here on this chair, and I'm not moving. My feet is tired." And the white person was like, "I'm gonna ask you one more time before I tell the bus driver." And Rosa Parks said, "Tell the bus driver. I'm gonna give a call to the bus driver, ho." So the white person went to the front and notified the bus driver that there's a black woman who does not want to give up her seat. And the bus driver was like, "What? A black woman? Wait, say that again. I know I did not just hear that." And the white person said, "There's a black woman that doesn't want to give me her seat, for real." And the bus driver was like, This is not happening. Hold up now. Let me go to back. These need to know their place in society. Shout out to my sponsors, McDonald's. I don't drink soda. This is a sweet tea. And these are large fries at McDonald's. You download the app and you can get it for just $1. Going back to my story. Sorry, y'all, but I have to advertise in order to get monetized. I'm just kidding. Detour? Okay. So back to my Rosa Parks story. The bus driver was like, hold up. A black person ain't trying to get off their seat? Oh, we got an issue. Let me go in the back now. So bus driver went in the back, saw Rosa Parks and said, hey, ma'am, you need to get off your seat. And Rosa Parks was like, nah. I think I like it here. I'm going to stay right here. And the bus driver was like, I'm going to ask you one more time. Oh, not even ask. I'll tell you, okay? I'm going to give you one more chance. Get off your seat. And Rosa Parks was like, nah, I'm good right here. I'm not getting off my seat for nobody. My feet is tired. So the bus driver was like, I'm going to have to call the police. If you don't get off this seat, I'll call the police. And Rosa Parks said, call the po-po, ho. I don't give a... So the bus driver called the police. 2 officers showed up. And they're like, ma'am, you need to get off your seat. Let this white person sit down. And Rosa Parks was like, nah. I think I'm just going to sit here and not give up my seat for anybody. And they were like, man, we'll ask you one more time. And Rosa Parks was like, no, you ain't got to ask me. I already made up my mind. I am not getting off my seat. So that's what the cops are like, okay, ma'am, you're under arrest. And charged with, I don't know what, not giving up her seat. Whatever you want to call it. So Rosa Parks was arrested that day. And she went to court. Before she went to court, though, you know, the news, it went viral. I mean, there was no video, there was no, you know, there was no internet, but it went viral. People were picking up telephones and calling all the black activist people or whatever you want to call it. And then they came up with an idea that T.I., the rapper T.I., is very bright out here, ladies and gentlemen. Ignore this screen, okay? I'm a lot darker than that. You see that? I am... Is this the... I don't know. Let me... Well, as I'm moving, you'll see it change, I guess. But, so... I can't see a damn thing. Okay. So... Where was I? Cops show up. Black woman doesn't want to give up her seat. She gets arrested. The news spread. And after black people keep hearing about how some woman got arrested for not giving up her seat, they decided that they were going to do some kind of boycott. And the way they boycott was what the rapper T.I. was talking about, where T.I. said spend a day not purchasing items. The black people in the United States, the African Americans or the black people in the United States of America decided that they were no longer going to ride the bus. They spent an entire year, it was like 380 days minimum, not riding the bus. And that's more than a year. So they spent at least a year not riding the bus. They walked to work. And it really messed up the economy. It messed up the economy so bad that they decided, you know what, for public transportation, we're going to let black people sit wherever they want. Because we need that money. Because the majority of the people that were riding the bus were black. The majority of people who buy anything actually, usually black. Maybe not a skateboard or a hockey stick, but a pair of Jordans. I don't know, random things. The majority of people that purchase things are black. Ooh, my video is almost, This is my first 10-minute video, everybody. If you're watching this right now without skipping, you have no life. You have nothing to do. Do not watch the entire 10-minute video, please. Because now that I know that I can make a 10-minute video, I'm gonna spend some time making a lot more 10-minute videos. Going back to my story on Rosa Parks. And those YouTubers that like, they'll record all of this, right? But they'll cut certain parts where like, it got to the 10-minute and I'm so excited, they'll cut all of that and they'll just stick to the story of Rosa Parks. I'm not gonna do that. In the future I will, you know, but I'm an amateur. This is like my second video. So back to the story. Where was I? Cops arrest Rosa Parks. She goes viral. Black people decided to protest and they decided they were not going to ride the bus anymore. And then the law changed and now black people can sit wherever they want on the bus, but everywhere else is still the same. So you get off the bus and you still gotta go sit down in the blacks only area or the colored people area. They learn not to, before it would say blacks and whites, but the rules had to change because people, certain people like Mexicans, Latinos, or whatever you want to call it, light skin, super light skin, Italian immigrants, people who were non